than giving instructions, you give people a lens to look at things and understand what's authentic.
Yep.
Okay, well, how do you do that?
How do you do that? By having an understanding of, number one, that your feelings can tell you where you are in any given moment. And that if I pay attention to those, I can take a look and say, am I serving myself in the moment? And if I'm not, and I recognize that, I've already created change in how I would have behaved. If I never asked the question, I'm just going down the cranky road, right? If I have the ability to...
Cranky? What's cranky?
Right? And part of this is really about lightening up too, Pat. Part of this is having a little bit more fun and being lighter about... Our little selves want to take everything so goddamn seriously, and our authentic selves want to thrive. They want to be playful.
Feelings are telling you where you are and looking at them and saying, is my behavior serving myself?
Yep.
And then what?
And then I get to make a decision about whether I stay there or not. By asking the question, I've created a space between stimulus and response. And it's that Viktor Frankl, in the space between stimulus and response lies our happiness.
On my wall.
Is it?
Yes. Yes.
My favorite quote in the world.
Yeah.
So it gives you that ability to look at your behavior in a really easy way. And if you can be light about it, if you can say, wow, I'm not serving myself at all in this moment, then you get to choose whether you change your behavior. And if you don't, that's okay. You know, the other thing about this model is that this is not saying what you do, there's one right way to do things. You want to live in Little Me Land, or you want to live in a world that doesn't feel good to you? Boy, oh boy, guess what? You can do that. I can't stop you, but I can help you to have the lens to say, hey, am I being authentic in who I am, or am I going down the icky road?
Or what road?
The icky road, I-C-K-Y. One of the reasons I use words like icky is because it helps to lighten you up. If I say, are you going down a really bad road? You might say, well, what do you mean am I going down a really bad road? Man, that feels icky. A lot of what we do language-wise is to kind of jar you out of out of icky land.
Right. Now, when you say an icky road, are you talking about being out of control necessarily?
No. Look, on the icky side of things, basically, it's anything where I go above fight or flight standard responses. I'm in my car and somebody cuts in front of me. I go into icky mode, like, oh, that fight or flight response kicks in. I make sure I'm safe. And then I got a choice. Do I go to icky land, you son of a bitch? Or I go, oh, I'm going to back off and just be clear of that person. So it can be anything from something really simple like I'm driving myself crazy, or I'm telling a story about why you're behaving the way you are, to, you know, to gross atrocities. So that's icky land, and it's a very broad spectrum.
Okay. What I'm getting from what you just told me in this last 5 minutes is that it's about recognizing and making choices.
Yeah, it's about awareness. Very first thing this is about is being aware of where I am in any moment. Absolutely.
And that sounds like, to me, being pretty objective about how you're being.
Because what I'm doing is I'm out of this feelings as fact type of thing. I'm now able, with this new lenses on, to say, oh, I'm not serving myself in the moment. Do I want to continue with this or not? I mean, just that little bit of awareness. You know, people who the ickiness is a fact of their lives, and there's not a chance in hell they're going to do anything to change it. It just is the way it is. And then there's the people that are like, oh man, I ran into this situation, kind of bugged me, and I was like, wait a minute. You know what? I don't want to go down that road, and I handled it really well, and off I went. At its most basic level, it's that simple, isn't it?
You make it sound like it is.
It's practice. It's practice. And that's the other thing about this is you got to lighten up on yourself. Yeah, it's not easy. I've been doing this for 14 years, practicing this and refining it. And I think about the other day and I'm like, man, oh man, I've come a long way. And it's just been through easy practice. It's just practice.
So if it's this simple, it's just all we need to know?
No. But it's a great place to start. The glasses contain way more information.
Wait. I want to correct your English here. The glasses don't contain the information. They reveal it, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's a fair statement.
Okay.